excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to tell y'all a little about Don't Tell Me You Can't Do It. We got 3 focal points that we always focus on every single week to tell y'all, don't tell me you can't do it. You got to have faith, effort, and determination. That's what this podcast is all about. So I say to you today, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so super excited today. And I'm so super excited about my guest. I can't even sit down, y'all. I'm so excited. And the reason I am so super excited about my guest, I was super excited about all my guests, but this one right here just takes to my heart a little dear. We shared a mother's womb for 9 months. We are identical twins, and she is the mother of 3 beautiful daughters. She has about the same many grandchildren as me, but I think she got me beat a little bit. I think it's like 9. Y'all don't correct me if I'm wrong, but when she get up here, she'll tell y'all. And we are the last set of the twins. We finished school together. And guess what, y'all? We even got married together. She just ain't last as long as I did, but I'm going to give y'all that joke a little later. Anyway, we did so much together. And I want to tell you that she is a successor. She is the owner and founder of the Academy of Knowledge Preparatory School. It's located at 2240 Northwest 119th Street. That was her driven goal, to open up her own preparatory school. She started off with, I think, like from 1 year old to 3. Her preparatory school has went now from ages 1 to already to 3rd grade. She's impeccable with learning. I mean, when your kids leave this school, they be reading on levels that regular school kids don't read on. So I want to not say no more. I'm just going to say that. But I say to you now, I'm going to bring to the stage my one and only, my better half, my twin sister, Lisa Hadley Brown. Look at her. Y'all don't hate now. Y'all see what we look like? Y'all see what we look like? Okay, I hope y'all got that. See, you see where she get a good look from, because I came out first. So I want y'all to know that, she is on the center. So have a seat for me right now. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about her. I'm the one that's outgoing. It's always one that's a little soft, outgoing. She the little timid one. She's real classy, but she's quiet. So I want to ask you, what makes your school stand different from any other school? What y'all offering over there?
We stay full every year. We don't have room for a cat to come through the door.
All right, that's all right.
The number speaks for itself.
I have 7 grandchildren, and all of them have graced the Academy of Knowledge. And I'm not bragging. I keep telling y'all I'm confident. So when y'all come for me, y'all come correct when I tell y'all that. My grandson, Kenneth Burton, he went from her school to a public school, and the teacher wanted to know what school he came from, because he was way ahead of the other kids. Because from what I understand, they teach on a Becker program. All of the teachers are certified, college degree prone. She have a lot of programs for the mothers, and she makes it affordable. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, she makes it affordable, but y'all don't come in there off of my name. Every year she's full, God has let the cup run over. So I want to say to you, what advice do you offer to people that's looking to open up, or venture to open up a preschool? It ain't easy now.
No, it's not easy. I say shadow up under someone, because it's not just opening a school. Running a successful school is the answer. Say, first of all, write it down. I'm big on the word of God. Write it down.
Okay, but for a person that doesn't have any money, but they got a dream to open up a preschool like you, how do you tell them to start? What kind of funding? Because I know from you, if you serve me correctly, you took your pension from correction to help you get started.
It took more than that. Well, it depends on what size school you want to open. My school is licensed for like 125 kids. The back is licensed for another 80. So usually programs usually give you money to stay open, but to open you got to have a really good business plan to get it started and open. So you're gonna need some funding.
Okay. Did you get some funding?
No.
Okay, because I want to know, like, what you did, I ain't
No,
do.
I didn't get any funding. When I first opened with hitting you up and everybody up.
Yeah. No, we are successors, and we telling you from the gut, because honestly, like my sister just spoke, a lot of times people won't even give you funding. People want to know what you're gonna do in 5 years. They not giving you funding. You could have a dream as big, but I like the way she say, write it down and make it plain. But with her and I, it took a whole lot of praying.
Right.
It took a whole lot of support. When I say praying and support, we was determined. You have to be so determined. You see yourself. Like when I drove to that place that she at now, I saw a big warehouse, but I wasn't supposed to see that like her. She saw it to the point, this gonna be great. And that's what I tell people that's successful. God gave her that dream when she was sitting there working with correction. She would have never went to another level if she hadn't got that kick.
No. He gave me that dream before corrections.
Okay.
He gave me that dream before corrections, and the dream to me started was, of course, you know, I got pregnant with Dominique, and I was in college, so I dropped out of college and went to beauty school. But then, okay, doing hair, that was at that time.
But you was balling doing
Yeah,
it.
I was,
The name of
I
that
was
school you
balling,
went to?
but I wanted.
Wilford Academy.
Yeah, no, I went. And they got educated and they had that push. It made me want that education so bad. Like I lived it through.
So you wanted to give it back to the community, give it back to the kids, and make sure they had a good education.
Right.
Yeah, I just think that you was like me. If we so similar in so many ways. Because if I hadn't not got kicked from the other funeral home, I might have not went to where I'm at today. I know that we need. I would have stayed where I was, stagnant in place. And one thing about life, you could never get. If you ever in a profession, and I want you to learn this from me, if you never learn nothing else, success keep you uncomfortable. If you ever comfortable, you'll never stay successful because it keeps you moving.
Right.
It keeps you going. It keeps you moving. And like my sister here, she had the first part of the school, and she had the classrooms in there. And if you go past 20, court, she have back back you to be with the. She owned that back lot where she built the preparatory schools for first grade, second grade, and third grade, correct?
And nobody saw that vision, remember?
Yeah.
We was going through the lawsuit with Daddy, praying, and then we get this money, and they was like, "You gonna buy that lot?" Especially my kids, like, "Oh, that doesn't make." People not supposed to see your dream. Only God. They not supposed to see it, and they not supposed.
What she's saying is, our father got murdered in 2007. After that, we went through a lengthy lawsuit with my dad's death. And of course, when she got her money, she did very well. What she did was she bought the back lot that was empty. She done built on that lot, but people thought she was crazy. And see, that's what success do. That part, but she was not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I want to, and I want to move. And that's what I tell people about success. Whenever you're comfortable, then you need to go do something else. Because if you're comfortable in your craft, then you got to do something else. That's what the purpose of my podcast is. Don't tell me you can't do it. Look at us. This is double the blessing, double the vision. And God took the both of us and made us very successful. We strive, we work hard, we eat, sleep, and breathe our businesses. And guess what? We never accepted no.
Exactly.
You couldn't tell us that we couldn't do it. When other people in our family probably were saying, why are you doing it? Like her, she won her job back with correction. And they say, why you don't go back? You got benefits. You got this. She was like, I'm going forward. So all of that is to let you know, look at the adversity she went through. She could have just went back to correction and sat there. She was like, this was my opportunity and my chance to move forward. I witnessed while she was going through that. I want y'all to understand, when she went through that, even when I went through what I went through, we experienced pain, but we always had a connection with God ever since we was little. You know, we was a little different. She used to try to beat me up back, and used to beat me up, huh? You did? I thought you used to beat me up back then.
I used to just slap you across the head.
But you was beating me up back then. And she always thought that she could beat me up back then, but she the only person. Y'all don't get it twisted. Y'all don't get it twisted. I'm saying, but I ain't delivering 100%. You better not come slap with me now. I got something for you now. But as we grew up, like she said, our mother pushed us and pushed us, and not too many people that you will find twins, because before she went to correction, she had her own hair salon, and she raised basically her kids off her hair salon. It was Lisa Hadley. Then I came and piggyback off of that and started doing hair. Then I opened up Lori's Gifted Hands. So the success was from one level to the next, but we never got comfortable in our craft. Once she had conquered doing hair, she went to something else. I conquered doing hair. I took it over to my profession. So what is your future goals for the Academy of Knowledge? What you gonna say that is? In 5 years, or not even 5, don't put a timeline on it. What's your future goals for Academy of Knowledge?
The goal for the Academy of Knowledge is to build a mega preparatory school. I want to stay elementary, because I feel like that's the base, that's the foundation. So I want to go to 5th grade, but I want to build a mega preparatory school with all type of like after school programs, computer labs, a STEM lab. I just want to build.
But right now in her preparatory school, she have Spanish, she have reading coaches. Those kids come out of there reading.
But I want more.
Yeah. You're hungry.
Hungry. I don't want to just stop at, okay, we got a second language. How about a third language?
Okay.
How about we got computers? Every kid is issued a computer. Okay. How about we build a whole computer lab where not only they have computers, but now you got a whole lab where they could go in and hire a computer tech to come in. The teacher go on a break, and then instead of them having the laptops in class, they leave out of the class and go to the computer room.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And I want to build a STEM lab. Build a STEM, like, okay, you leave out of the class and when you go and you do all kinds of STEM projects. They're doing it now, but they're doing it in the classroom. I want them to come out and go. And then also where others, like, I want to have a big old STEM lab where other schools could come and like do field trips to my STEM lab, to the Academy of Knowledge. Okay. Because I don't like using mine, because it's not about me. I don't ever want to be seen in it. Like, I want people, when they look at that school, that they see God and nothing other. Oh, wow. I don't want them to see me. That's why I like to sit in the back all the time.
Yeah, I thought you were just a little bashful and stuff. You know, you kind of...
No, that's why when you ask me, I'm like, not really nervous, but I want people to take the eyes off me and see God in it. Like look at that and
yeah, but they
have
can
hope.
When people... When you say that, that's good what you're saying. You always give God the glory. You're always humble with that. But you do want to let people see who God used to start all that, because you have a testimony that could help somebody. And I don't think that God give us challenges, just like what you said, what you went through with corrections, what you went through with cathedral, what you went through with Jada, all that stuff. God don't give us that a covenant to ourselves. He give us that because you could be surprised even today on this podcast how many people that need to hear that story, how many people you're helping. You won't know how many people you're helping until you really give it to them. So when you don't want to speak and you don't want to give your testimony.
But people see it because, for example, we lost Jada in 2016, and I had a parent is devastated. I think that was to me, the worst life blow I could have ever gotten. And I mean that. So I had a parent come to me later and said, kept running.
Yeah.
Nothing was impeded, nothing was stopped, nothing was nothing. And everybody support with nothing. So that's what I mean by...
Yeah, but then you hitting those circle of people. But like me bringing you on the podcast today, you hitting more of a circle. Yes, it's in your city, in your circle, but I think when we tell people our story, we don't know how it could bless somebody else. I know since I've been doing these podcasts, I've been helping so many people, like telling my story, because God has blessed us. I'm gonna say double the blessing, double the error in this world. That I just don't think that He gives us all of this to not share it, to help somebody, because you will be surprised of somebody
share
sitting
it
on
through
their
the
couch.
kids. See, me, I share it through the kids because I'm not, I won't use the word shy because I'm not really shy. I'm just more, I'm comfortable in the being just with us. I'm comfortable with you. I don't know if
I'm overly friendly.
you're too overly friendly, but
Yeah.
I share it through the kids. Like the
Yeah, but
kids.
sister, I get them straight. Now they get out of line. I give them a pop, but I don't know. I guess just in my profession.
I mean the little kids. I don't mean my kids. I'm talking about the
I know
kids at
something
the school.
and then when they go out to other schools and they do well, they
Right.
do represent you well.
That's-
I'm just outgoing and energetic because I just feel like the type of profession I'm in, I gotta come with.
You've been like that all the time.
Yeah, I always been friendly, huh? Yeah, I say I'm too damn friendly.
You are very over friendly.
Oh,
like
okay.
over friendly. I remember days when we was little and you would look at that, kill that lizard, and I used to say, that's crazy.
I was a little different.
Yeah, like you used to do that, and I used to say, why you? You don't remember they used to kill the lizards and say, pick up the dirt and shove the dirt, put the lizard in the dirt, and pat your
They were
feet.
dead. You buried them.
Right, but we talking about we was young then.
Oh,
To somebody looking at that, it's like,
that was fun for me though.
exactly, but now where you at in life, I understand it. That's why you can slap you across the head and be pushing you down because it didn't make sense.
I thought you were just taking advantage of me.
No, like we growing up, like be more girly. You was more tomboy doing all that. Like stop digging up the dirt. Put that dirt out your hand and just. But now it makes sense because that's what God had for you, and it started so young.
Yeah, I look back at the day because I've always been intrigued with dead people. But now I've hit the epitome. I think I've done everything in that profession that God has allowed. And I like what you said yesterday. I'm just working on multiple streams of income. I think that's what it's all about. You just can't stay comfortable where you're at. A lot of people may look at me, oh, she making all this money. Why she doing this? Why she doing this? It ain't for you to understand.
Right.
It's not for you to understand. God has taken me to do other things. Talk to people and help people. And if you had one thing, I don't know if you had a regret, but if you had one regret, what would it be in your profession?
In my profession?
Yeah, with the school. If you had one thing, then what would it be?
In the school.
Or just in life, if you had one regret.
Finish college.
Okay.
It's not, at this point, I don't use it as a regret. It's just something I always wanted it. So, but at that time I became a mother and got busy, and it was more important to me to raise the girls.
Yeah.
So, do I think about going back? Yes, but why? See, like,
Yeah, but age ain't nothing but a number.
I know, but like you went back and you finished, but I'm like, I don't see a purpose right now. I see a purpose to, like, my desire now is we don't reach millionaire status. I want to keep that.
Yeah, shoot.
So I'm like,
I'm gonna call you for a loan when this
No.
podcast over with now. You know? Yeah, but it let y'all know as we sit here today, we have faced challenges in our family, in our careers. We both are married, been married a long time. She got 3 kids, I have 3 kids. And, you know, to say that us being successful in that millionaire status, we went through something too. Because a lot of times when people see us, they think we never went through something. That's why I wanted her to grace my stage.
They say y'all eating, as they say. I'm looking like,
yeah, but
yeah, we might be eating, but you don't know the struggle through the, you know, come sit down and talk. It ain't. I have people to say that like y'all eating, or the young people can't cake it. I can't keep up with the terminology.
What is the caking?
Like we money. Like I guess that's what it mean. I don't know, but
okay, Lori, what the caking mean?
So I don't know, but I'm looking like, yeah, we might now, but there's always a story behind that.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
And I could concur with her. She's always been like somebody like she might have didn't know it was my role model. Because when we moved from Miami to Broward County, she was the first one board the and had it built. And when she did it, she was like, if she could do it, I could do it. And she would always tell me she would. So as we graced this mansion, she was the reason for this too. Because the first, she just a little east and I'm a little west. And she always say, let's enjoy life. We lost our niece/sister. And our perspective changed about living in life. Just enjoy life, get everything you can. Because she was 43 years old. You know, we didn't expect that. That was an unexpected blow, like she said with Jada. Just looked at life differently. You waiting to get old. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy a car.
Because we talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, talk about that. Like, Larry, what we going to do? We going to pay off our way. Let's get a bit. You got a dream? I'm going to do it. If God say it's unlimited on this earth, that's his word. Well, I'm going to say, interpret it in my word.
Right.
Like, the sky's unlimited. Like, let's just do it. People say, oh, why you doing it? Why you buy a big old house? It ain't nothing but you and him. So what? And as long as God blessing is there, because I always pray about everything before I do
But
it.
I think, I tell people that when they say that to me, and I use one of Steve Harvey quote, don't get mad at me because you asked God for an apartment. I asked apartment.
Yeah.
You limit God. I didn't limit God.
Right.
The Bible say the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. So if you ask God for a car, I ain't going to just say a car. God, I want me a Rolls Royce. I even want the Phantom. Lord, I want this. And I ask God for big things. So if you put God on a small scale, that's you. And I think that's what we
small
do. Yeah, God is a big God and he owns everything. So I want to say to both of us, we pay our success in life to a mother that planted the seed. Our mother is 82 years old. She's still living, still talking, still getting on our, but we won't trade her for nothing in the world. She set the stage, and I never really looked at it like my sister did. I always tell people I'm the wife, the mother, the business owner because of the mama that I had, but you know, she made it plain. It was a plus and it was a minus, and I think that God has been good with us on that side. So what we do, because this is a live podcast, we gonna take some questions and answer. And y'all know my sister is kind of like a little timid with an answer. So let's see what kind of questions y'all got for her today. Because y'all already know about me. Keep it real with me. Come naked and come correct, because y'all know how I am. I'm going to give it to you just like that. And on our upcoming series, we're going to have a whole lot of stuff. Every week we have a new guest. Today it was very special because I shared the stage with my twin sister. And that was very, very heartfelt to me. I've been trying to get her for quite some time. She didn't think she was ready. She kept making excuses. And one day I told her, I don't want to hear all that, because I think excuses is like crutches. Crutches, you wear them until you feel better, but you don't stay on them crutches. You get better. So I kind of nudged and made her do that. So give us some questions that the people got for us today. Y'all got some Q&As for us? Y'all got some Q&As for us? Come on, Lucy, what they got for us now? You got something on your screen. I can't hear you, Lori.
Someone said, what motivates Lisa? What motivates you to want more and do more?
What motivated me? My girls. Because, like Lori mentioned earlier, our first marriage was together. We both married high school sweethearts. And I was a divorced mother with 3 kids. And I was determined not to be
statistic to struggling. So I look at them and that will motivate me. And now their kids motivate me even more. So my kids, I would give that question to the girls, motivated me to keep going. Come on, keep going, you can do it.
Another one for Lisa, was fear ever a factor when you decided to open your daycare?
I would say no, because again, I was let go with corrections. I had nothing else to turn to but to do that. So it was not a fear at that time. It was the only choice I had. Either do that or what else you gonna do? So I wouldn't use the word fear. Through the process, I didn't get fear. I wasn't fear. I was frustrated because it was very stressful building the school from the ground up. But that was trying to obey the county and the state laws and regulations. And a lot of it really didn't make sense to me. Why I gotta do that? Why I gotta do that? So that was more frustrating, not fear.
Another one, growing up, and you all aspire to be entrepreneurs as the both of you.
What was the question?
Growing up, and you all aspire to be entrepreneurs.
I think it's in our blood. I just really do. Like I mentioned earlier, like I dropped out of college, was pregnant, and then after that I went to beauty school. I opened my school. Me and Lori somewhat had the same spirit, and she was working, and I said, girl, come on. She gotta come with me. May not move when I move, but you gotta come. Come. Because you're not going to get rich working for somebody.
I think that when they say with me and her about the entrepreneur, I just think that we didn't want the life that we had as children.
Right.
Our mama did the best, but it was average, and we wanted more. We wanted to be boss women. I know with me, they always say I was very different because I like the dead people. She had other goals and things like that. But I just think with me and her that even though it was in us, I think it was our mama pushing us to be everything we could be. Like,
I wanted to be rich.
Yeah, and we
That just-
we
I wanted to be a millionaire, and I wasn't limited.
Yeah, we wanted to
Wanted to be
live
rich.
nice and all of that, and we knew, like she said, you couldn't be working on the night. Don't misunderstand and get us twisted now about it. You
Nothing
can't
wrong
work
with
on
working
night.
9 to 5
Ain't nothing
with those
wrong with
people that work
we,
9 to 5.
We just choose
I
not to
just
do that.
didn't want to do
Cause
it.
y'all don't be DMing me about talking about working no 9 to 5. Cause we care if you don't work no 9 to 5. What we're saying is success is at your fingertip. It's how bad you want it. She got a situation with corrections. I got a situation with going from one room to the next. And what we did was we did not sleep on our disappointment. What we did is took that disappointment and we took it and we moved to greater things in life. Disappointment is not always bad, because had she not got terminated and had I not got kicked out of a place, we wouldn't have been gearing to the place we are today. So disappointment, sometimes God makes it necessary.
God allow it. Yes.
He allow it.
Yes,
he
he
allow
does.
it, and he allow it because at the time, like she said, she didn't understand it. She didn't question God. I questioned God and said, "What's up, Lord? Now I know you got me now, but what's up?" And then I didn't understand it then, but like she said, we understand it now, that those processes that we went through for success was necessary for us to obtain where we at today. But you see this success sitting up here, this came with a struggle. We ain't had no mama with no money.
Sure
we
did.
ain't had no mama with no money. Our mama worked 3 jobs to raise us to the funeral home, to the hospital, to the school. And our mama just raised us, and she struggled, and she basically raised us by herself. So to see that, we just say we didn't want to live like this. She didn't want to bring her girl. And we have hit a lot of heights in our profession. Like my sister says, she's probably working in the next 5 years of opening up something else. I'm going to bigger heights. Success don't stop, you just keep going. But one thing we didn't do is coming up in a very domesticated home, and we didn't grow up with silver spoons in our mom in the best home. We did not let our childhood
determined where we was going. A lot of times people say, oh, that's how we grew up. And mama and them was like that. Like she said, she didn't want to be a product of statistics. Like she had a baby young, she didn't want to be, she came out of college. Most people just stay there. That baby gave her determination, which is her oldest daughter. So we trying to tell you, no matter what thrown at you, you got to keep going because there is a way. You may not know it. So I want to thank y'all again for joining us on another podcast of Don't Tell Me You Can't Do It. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all tune in, we got some great things for y'all. And I thank God for my sister coming and joining us today. And I'm going to tell y'all, we all in a bag of chips. I'm going to tell you right, I'm going to tell you right now. And don't be saying we cocky, we arrogant, we this, that. Because you know what? You don't know our struggle. And we're confident because our struggle made us confident. And we're very humble. You can touch her, you can touch me. And we're very, very humble. And we always give thanks to God for our success. Yes. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next time, don't call me up, don't DM me, don't be talking to me, and don't tell me you can't do it. God bless you all. Y'all have a good day. Yeah. That's me. Y'all see me?
Gotta have faith, effort, and determination to exceed your goals. And